So this is
our final camper test to Michigan. So our trip started off with a ride to the Gunks, about a 5-hour ride from Maine, and it's one of our favorite places in the world.
on the left here, you can see me leading Belly Roll. It's a 5-4 climb in the Gunks that leads you up through this really thick crack. I can fit my whole body in it.
He disappeared.
Also on the right, you can just see a beautiful picture we took from the ridge.
After New York, we took a really, really long drive to Michigan.
We got to visit with some of our best friends from college. We got to sit down and play board games. We went out to eat at a place called Meat. It has lots of meat. And then we were able to go climbing. There's only a 45-foot or so tall wall there, but it's the only place to climb in Lower Michigan, so we made the best of it.
It's called Grand Ledge.
While we were there, we took a trip to the Upper Peninsula. There's some more climbing to check out up there, and that's what we really wanted to do.
We were able to get the lay of the land in Marquette, stop in at the local climbing shop, and talk to the locals on what the best climbs were. We found that the Pinnacle was a must-do over Lake Superior, and there was another area that we could get used to the rock up there. Michigan UP! Wow!
All right, let's go. We started off by climbing in Sugarloaf, which is kind of weird because there's also a Sugarloaf in Maryland that we had visited before. But we started off on a climb called WWKD, which I think is What Would Kyle Do?
I don't know who Kyle is, but my favorite named climb was We Want a Shrubbery!
This climb, though, the WWKD, was a introductory for the area. It was like the lowest grade we could find. And it was pretty fun, actually. Also in this next clip here, you can see the very angular rock that we were climbing on. It's really interesting, and not something we've experienced somewhere else.
No, and while we were there, we also did some fun climbs called Midnight Run, Dark Skies, and Odin and the Wolves.
The next day we went to climb the Pinnacle on Presque Isle. This was the climb recommended to us as a must-see in the area.
Must see, must do, must climb over Lake Superior.
Hello! So that's our goal, is to get out on top of that thing somehow. Let's see how that goes.
Alright, let's do it! Woo!
Yeah, this was quite the setup though. Setting up the top rope, doing all that stuff. It took quite a while.
Yeah, but it was worth it. The climb was fun. If I die.
It's on camera.
So as you can see, we're walking along here, and then we realize this down climb is a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be.
Basically, the whole time you're just holding on to whatever you can find, and we had to worry about passing the bags down. It just took a really long time to do this safely. Unfortunately, you weren't allowed to attach anything to the trees nearby per Presque Isle rules. We totally could have rappelled down this in 5 minutes, but instead we had to do all this rigmarole. Alright, so now we gotta go up to the left there, and back to the right.
Get ready, here comes the first shot of the water. Alright, I think we go up and that way?
Yep.
Not only did we have to climb down, we had to climb up again.
Yep, this was the only reed to reach the top of the Pinnacle, and that's where we need to set up our top rope.
Many, many years old.
Whew. Alright. That was good fun. This is the wall we'll be climbing up.
And the view from the top is awesome. Take a look at this.
Some of these photos are on our way actually out to the bottom. Away we go. How you feeling? It's pretty important to us that we keep checking in, especially since this was us testing Kalia's health out.
Yeah, I mean, Pat was great about it, but we normally check in with each other pretty frequently to make sure both of us are okay. And if we decide that something's too challenging or if it's something we don't want to do, then we mutually decide that that's not happening today and turn around.
So you okay? I just kind of walked ahead, sorry. Sometimes we forget. I got excited, it's water. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to go back up some to get to the climb. Her route finding skills are amazing. What's that out there? Is this like Bird Poo Islands or something?
Hi people! Woo! We're going on an adventure. We're going out there. Let's do this! Ah!
I may have gotten overexcited, but it was really our first big trip out in the camper, and I got to scramble on rocks over this beautiful, clear water, and I just couldn't help it.
Whoa.
This is actually probably the best view we have from the bottom of the climb.
Doing some scrambling. Scramble, scramble. Scramble. Here comes the crossing. 127. Ooh.
Again, very excited.
I also think we're not used to recording ourselves, so it feels kind of awkward to talk to yourself and whatnot, but we're getting used to it.
Wow. It's beautiful up here. It's a beautiful day on Lake Superior.
I bet some of you want to see our Presque Isle climb.
Yes, if you want to watch us climb the pinnacle, you can find a link to the video in the description below.
On our way out of Marquette, we stopped at the Lochanan Land, I hope I'm saying that right, Sculpture Park, which is open 24/7 and is free, and had a lot of fun junkyard art.
Free for everyone except for select government. Apparently the creator had some issues with the local government and put a sign up saying they weren't allowed in.
But we were. It was great.
We had a lot of fun just viewing a lot of them, but also a lot of them were interactable, which you can see here. Here are some of our favorite stores and restaurants that we visited while we were in Michigan. This is both Upper Peninsula and near Lansing.
So, Third Coast Pizzeria had awesome roast beef poutine fries, which you can see on top. And Trenery Toast Cafe, it's a specialty of the area, and they had a brie blackberry toast, which was so delicious. And whenever we go to Michigan, we always go to the MSU Dairy Store. And then came our very long trip home. But the cool part about this trip was we skirted every single Great Lake in the United States.
Yep, so we got to see all of them at least. I don't think we touched all of them.
We did not, no.
One of the most fortunate things about this trip home, though, is that it took us through Rochester, which is the home of the largest game store in the USA.
It was pretty cool. They had a huge used game selection and a lot of games that we hadn't seen before. We may have spent 2 hours here, and we may have spent a lot of money here, which we shouldn't have.
Yeah, we were planning for a road trip, right? And we ended up buying a ton of board games, much of which came in large boxes. It didn't make much sense.
And then we made it home safely. We forgot to tell you that. Okay, bye!
Woo! Balance.
Balance.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ah! Not used to GoPro. Keep hitting it. Woo! That was slick. Alright. I'm done. Okay.
You're on!
Alright, this is already going to be more exciting.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, lady.
Hey, man.
That's on camera.
I know.
Okay. Alright, maybe they wasn't lying. I think that was you. Much smaller feet. Whew. Cool. These bad boys feel tight. Alright, going that way. Hey, I didn't hit my head. Stop pulling! You have me! I'm ready to lower.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to lower you.
Trixie.